Good evening, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the new trap has been mounted on the loft today. We got that on there about noon today, so it looks really nice. The birds are very hesitant using it, but it's gonna take at least 3 or 4 days for them to get used to that, I think. They'll still be going training and loft flying, but it's going to take a few days for them to get used to it. They did not want to land on that today. So we took them training this morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, with the old trap on, no problems. And then we loft flew them today with that on, and they just did not want to land. But it is what it is. They're going to get used to it. It will take, like I said, 3 or 4 days. So the trap's been mounted. The cock's even had a bath in it earlier on. Really enjoyed that. So we've got like an upstand of plastic there. So we've cut the plastic about 100 mil less than the hole, and on the sides as well, just to stop any water. It's just basically to deflect any water from the bath that they have. But really happy with that trap. It's really nice, and it's good to be able to bath them now. So with bath times now, well, what would happen is the cocks have obviously had a bath today. So on the weekend, we'll let the hens out, push the cocks over, the hens will trap, we'll give them a feed, and then they can have a bath. The cocks can stay in that section, it's not a problem. They'll always be liberated through that door, never through that trap there, never through that hole. That's literally just for a bath. That aviary is all about just bathing, that's it. But the trap, the landing board folds out a lot more further than the last one, so they'll be able to see it better from the roof. They'll probably fly onto that landing board from trapping. So we're really happy with that. It's a really nice trap. It just sets the lofts off really well. So all of the lofts have got those universal pigeon product aviaries and traps on now, so it's all matching. It's the last sort of thing we have to do to the lofts now. Everything's done. So we're really happy with that. So I don't think we're going to be sending this weekend. It's Honiton. The weather's been crap, obviously, because they had a Sunday race. They had a rest day on Monday. Monday was crap weather. They didn't go out. They just chilled. Tuesday was crap weather. Couldn't train them in the mornings. Today's Wednesday. It was dry. So we took them up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They all come back. The cocks come back split up. I think they probably got chased by a hawk because the mealy cock was about 10 minutes late from the time they arrived. So yeah, it's been shite weather really. I mean, they haven't had the adequate amount of training, to be honest, to send this weekend. Because obviously we raced on the Sunday. Monday would have been a trainer if they went on Saturday, so they would have had Sunday to relax, and Monday then we'll start them again. But they didn't have that because of the day less that they had, because they went on the Sunday. We're not worried because it's a double Honiton, so they're not missing out on anything. Their fitness is pretty good. They made it back in on good time on the weekend, the last race. So the weather on the weekend down here isn't too good either. On Saturday it's forecast rain, so we won't be sending them on the weekend. We'll get them trained and used to that trap is the main thing, because they did not like it this afternoon. So it's going to take 3 or 4 days for them to actually get used to that trap and, you know, using it properly. So yeah, it's just about getting them used to that. And obviously with the weather, it's been crap in the mornings. Tomorrow still not good. 6 o'clock in the morning, supposed to be raining. That's when we take them. But if it's dry, we'll take them up there. But if not, if it's really chucking it down, we will not go. But in the afternoon, it's supposed to be drying up, so we'll give them a loft fly just to obviously get them used to that trap, and for fitness obviously as well. So yeah, this weekend we probably won't be sending. If it was a Monday race, we would have, because it's bank holiday Monday and it's better weather on the Monday. I don't know if the combine know that or whatever, but it's better weather on the Monday. We would have sent, because obviously we'd have had today, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday for a trainer. So they would have had a bit more training. but yeah, it's no good, the weather, and obviously with them having a rest day on a day we would normally have a training day, yeah, it's no good. But there we go, it's not the end of the world. They've always got Honiton the week after, and then they've got a Wincanton, another Wincanton, and then a Woking, and then a comeback race to Oakhampton. So the birds that have got obviously broken flights, the few cocks in there and the hen that didn't go because she got hawked up in there, they'll be going to the comeback race as well. So we'll go inside and I'll show you inside. So we sent 27 pigeons on the weekend at Oakhampton, and we're missing 3 hens from the weekend. 3 old birds as well, 1 2-year-old and 2 3-year-olds. The yearlings absolutely smashed the old birds. They did, which we weren't expecting. We was expecting some more experienced pigeons to come through, but they were a bit slower than the yearlings. There's a few unraced hens in here as well, and they came through, which is very promising. So we're happy with that. Obviously we're not happy with the fact that we've lost 3 hens. 2 of them were scored for us previous. One was a winner from last year, and one was a very consistent young bird. When she was a young bird, she just landed on the phone. She's the hen that's not going to be going until the combat race because she got had by a sparrowhawk. But yeah, the hens didn't do so well as the cocks on the weekend. Although our first bird that landed on the pad at the same time as a cock was a hen, and she's up there. We actually had problems of her trapping at training. She would not trap, she just sit on the roof. But she done well for us on the weekend, and so did the rest of the hens. Well, all the birds that made it back, to be honest, they all done well from that, so happy with that. So we just go into the cock section. Going to look a lot different in here now for the cocks, with that open all the time. We are going to put a shutter on that, so when we are getting bad winds, we're going to have a shutter, a polycarbonate shutter, so it will just be, obviously the light will still come through, but there won't be any draft or anything like that. So yeah, they can use that without getting any draft. But yeah, the cocks did very well. The cocks absolutely, well, they done a lot better than the hens on the weekend. Obviously, I said the first bird was a hen, but she landed on the loft, sorry, on the pad at the same time as, which cock is it? That cock there. He was first on the trap with that hen, literally on the same second, so it was down to decimals. So they were let go at 9:15, and we had our first 2 pigeons that landed trap at the same time at 8 minutes past 10. And then literally a minute later we had a batch of, well, we had a kit of 8 drop, and they basically, we had all the birds home, well, say all of them. We had most of the birds home by 12 o'clock. We had a last bird at 5, but literally they were pretty much all home. We had a good returns, so happy with that. Also, we picked a non-bird. Well, my father picked the non-bird, which was that cock there that's on the feeder. He is a Kuster Herman Beaverdam Jansen from the Dutch Hen. Picked the non-bird. Everyone picked a non-bird, and he won the club. Well, he was the fastest non-pigeon in the club. But it's a fed nom, so we're waiting for the fed results with the nom. But yeah, he was the fastest non-pigeon in the club. Happy with that, so we could win some cash. So we're waiting on that results tomorrow. So our result from the club was we had 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th and 12th club, I believe, only because I've given the race sheet to my father. But I know we got 5th and 6th and 9th, 10th and 12th, I'm sure it is. but we were only 33 seconds behind John Angwin. It was 13 yards in front, which I calculated was literally 13 seconds. 44 seconds, 13 yards in front. So 44 seconds, we would have won the club. But you know, really happy with the amount of training they've had compared to everybody else in the club, and these birds kept up with the first batch. We're very happy with that. So we'll just keep on training them, see how they come, and like I said, all 16 cocks are in here, even though 3 didn't go. They will be going to the comebacks because it's just literally a matter of them dropping the broken flights and then regrowing the new ones, and that'll all happen before the comebacks, I'm sure. But yeah, so we had a good result on the weekend. Very pleased with them. Although obviously it would have been nice to win the club, but take nothing away from John Angle, and his birds were handling really well. And he's a good pigeon man, so there's no shame in coming second to a pigeon man like that. But we're very proud of our birds with the training they've had, and they come really well for us. So they've got Sanacest in the water, which is made by Sessa Farmer, which is a water cleaner. They've had that in the drinker all week because obviously being on the transport, you don't know what they're going to catch. It basically destroys any bacteria, spores or anything like that. It enters the drinker, so hopefully that will kill any nasties off if they do have anything. It's unlike Virkon S and Milton and any disinfectant that you put in the water, because that obviously just destroys the good bacteria in the gut. That Sanacest doesn't. It's only 13 quid a bottle, so we use that. So our plan is now for the rest of the week just to get them used to that trap and train when we can. That's the plan for the rest of the week. So go back into the hen section. You've got to be really careful with the hens because sometimes they do hang on that wire on the inside of this door just to try and get through. There you go, look. Got to push them just to make sure they don't come through. So as I said, very pleased with how the birds came last week. I did try and film the birds coming back, but unfortunately the tripod would not stay up because I had it on the pent roof, which is over there on top of that pent roof there. But because it's obviously a pent roof, the tripod was just falling over like that, so I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of contraption to that's where that trap was, so that'll grow back nicely. I have to come up with some sort of contraption to get the birds filmed coming back. So hopefully next time we send, that will be not this weekend, next weekend. We'll try and get something sorted out so we can film the birds coming back on arrival. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for today's update. The young birds have been out today. We got the second round in that side and the first round in that side. So we'll just keep plugging away with the old birds. Obviously, as I said, get them used to that because they do not like that trap at the moment. I know it's only the first day, but it's going to take a few days for them to get used to that, and just keep plugging away with them. So hope you enjoyed the update. Hope your racing's going well. Catch you on the next one, guys. Enjoy your pigeons. Cheers.